Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. This weekly energy reading is for March 16th through the 22nd. So I had a little dream and I kept dreaming about the gray mouse. So I had to look it up because it's significant for either someone, well, even myself. What does a little gray mouse represent? It represents hidden fears or feelings of vulnerability. It suggests that you should pay attention to the details in your life, embrace change rather than resist it. It also means adaptability and clarity that the confusion in your life is soon going to lift. It's revealing, and when it does, it's going to reveal its answers. It also has an inner wisdom meaning. Listen to your intuition and reflect on your current situations and to be resourceful. This week, there's going to be 3 events this week in 7 days, right? So the sky will deliver these 3 precise, it's like strikes, and it's going to strike the structure of our lives. So the order, the order and how they land is going to be very specific for each person. Last night, Mercury moved back into Pisces and then collided with Mars. So Mercury goes direct on the 20th. The 3 strikes in the 7 days that I'm talking about started last night at around, I think it was 10 p.m. But Mercury met Mars. That was strike 1. Think of it like a hammer coming down. Mercury has not met Mars since 1997. So pay attention to the signs and symbols. Basically, a lot of you are coming into, especially the mutable signs, you're coming into a whole new beginning, a whole new you. You haven't been at this spot before in your life. I know because I'm one of them. But pay attention to the signs and symbols this week. You're finishing up projects. This will be a good time to finish up projects. And this will be the last week of the Mercury retrograde. So this is where it kind of gets a little potent. So expect, blah. Told you my communication is gonna be bad. So expect forced conversations to happen between what you think and what you actually do and where your soul actually wants you to go. The ones who will feel this the most are the ones who are not aligned with their true self or path. Okay, so those of you, maybe I'm thinking more of the mutable signs because you guys, we just went through 14 years of a lot. It was devastating, it was betrayal. And we're coming into a time of, okay, we lost everything, now we get to receive. We went through the pain now we get to receive, and we're starting the new, and we're a brand new person. So some of us, just in the last couple weeks for me, maybe you have never felt this aligned before, you know what I mean? Or some of you feel really aligned, where maybe, I know if I would go back a month, yeah, I felt aligned, but something always just felt off. Well, now, you know what? No, I'm aligned. So the ones who are going to feel it the most are going to be okay. And the reason why is because you're being forced into alignment. Okay. So strike 2, another one, Jupiter's expansion. It speaks with authority of a judge who has been silent for 4 months and has finally reached his verdict. This also expands the energy of Mercury and Mars. So now we're kind of feeling that whole strike 1 even more. I know today is Monday. I am filming this on the 16th and the energy is a little bit heavy, right? So strike 1 reveals the grain, strike 2 reveals the flaws, and the 3rd strike sets the edge, okay? The morning of the equinox carries an energy that certain moments in the year carry a weight that ordinary days cannot hold. The equinox is a doorway carved into the earth's bones, and humans built their answers to it in stones 6 millennia before us even arriving here. And when it arrives, for all of us, we are all going to ask the same question that we do every year. This day will illuminate what your life has been pointing towards, perhaps longer than you're willing to admit. Then you have the lunar reset, which is the new moon, which I think that happens on the 18th. And then we have the equinox on the 20th. So as you can see, today starts strike 1, strike 2 is the equinox, strike 2 is the new moon, and strike 3 is the equinox. So, or if you want to look at it as the hammer. This new moon is not a time to plant seeds. This moon is going to take everything that was handed to you, every incomplete ending, every half-spoken truth, and every identity that you tried on, and then quietly abandoned, and presses it all into the dark soil of the final days. And then the equinox is going to seal all that old wounds, not with just a bandage, but with new skin. This new moon will take away something and replace and grow something back in its place. So expect major endings, but whatever it takes away, it's putting something right there, brand new. Most likely it's better. It's always better, right? But what grows back? Okay, so when it puts something back in its place, what grows back depends entirely what you allow into the opening of that loss. Okay? So this week, you will see the patterns, then you're gonna wake up, and that comes in as a part of you that knows what it wants, but you've been calling it a fantasy, the dream, the vision, and then the wait. Then you have Saturn's relentless demand for proof. Okay, you want that? Show me. So that's what this week's gonna be about. Strike 1 asks you a question. Second strike asks you to answer it without thinking. And then the third strike of energy comes in and says, do you trust what it's showing you when the mind has no evidence to offer? Do you trust the divine? Do you trust in God's plan? Your body already contains the blueprint. Make sure what you want is actually yours. And I'm gonna clarify on that this week. This week, watch the words that you speak because they're gonna be more powerful than you know. And on March 20th, something's gonna happen on the 22nd. On March 20th, it's going to lock and seal your new. You will carry the fire of the conjunction, the composed soil of the new moon, and then the reorganized code of everything that refused to dissolve when the old came apart. A new corridor of light has waited 6,000 years for us all to walk through it. The bravest thing a human can do is not to fight, it's to stand. That third strike of energy that hits this week will be courage, while the fear will still be talking. The sky is going to heat up the iron, and when it lands, you're going to feel it internally and externally. The universe calls judgments this week, and it will speak. What comes next will be in your hands. A lot of things that I got this morning. Cardinal signs, you're gonna feel it the most. So expect major life endings so that you can finally have a new beginning. And the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns. Fixed signs, only 3 of you are gonna feel it like heavy. So expect a major life ending, but with a breakthrough. And the 3 fixed signs that is going to feel that will be Tauruses, Scorpios, and Aquariuses. And then mutable signs, which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. We're gonna add Leos to you. Be open to receive. Just be open to receive. And also watch out for pride and egos. either yours or the people around you. Going back to the cardinal and some of the fixed signs, codependency and manipulation is in the air for you guys. Something about karmic mothers or karmic families might resonate for some of you, especially if you're an Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or a Libra. Mutable signs, Geminis, Virgos, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Your debts have been paid, but let go and let God. And then celebrate something to clear the energy. And it can just celebrate either your small win, your wish fulfillment, or maybe celebrate the equinox. But by you celebrating, it cleanses the energy, because you had a lot of betrayal, evil eyes upon you, and you haven't celebrated in a really long time. By you celebrating, you clear that energy and then your new beginning starts. So watch out again for people with pride and egos. Also, move in silence. Protect what you are receiving, okay? We're gonna move on. We're just gonna jump into some tarot today. God, angels, universe, and spirit. Actually, no, we're not. I take it back. I wanna get an inner child card. I did some cleaning up around the house. I finished some projects up. My bathroom's complete, so I don't have my table set up like I normally do. I was doing a lot of cleaning out with the old. Figure since I'm my new me and I'm starting a new life, I got rid of a lot of stuff. And actually what people don't talk about is when you no longer have to live in survival mode anymore, how weird that actually feels. So I'm trying to get used to that right now. So I'm still moving at a soul's slow pace. Anyways, let's get an inner child card. Enough about me. Disappointments is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest nights. There is hope even in the darkest nights. It's in the dark is where you find the light, right? Oh, I'm also getting, there's going to be a lot of truth coming out. It's like, some of the truths that are like, for some of the people that were not in their truth, that they were liars, they're being exposed. Like what's hidden is coming to the light. That has a lot to do with the spring. Something about all the secrets have to come out for this for people to have a new beginning. So, and it's exposing all of the truths. Anyways, let's get a card from them. It says Mind Info Oracle cards. Let's get an advice card. An advice card. It's time to check in this week. Check on in. When you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how do you feel about it? Do you feel lighter or heavier? Excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance this week. It's going to be very, very helpful. So definitely pay attention to your intuition this week. All right, let's jump into tarot. Let's jump into tarot. God, angels, universe, and spirit. What do we need to know? What does the collective need to know for this week? Somebody does not know something, and I think they're either getting a divorce or this is a break in contract. Like contract's up, time's up. That's what I'm getting. Like someone had an X amount of time to complete something, and because they did not complete it, it's like the universe is saying, time's up, it's over. Someone did not know that they were on a timeline. And it does have something to do with their kids. It might have maybe when they divorced. And it also could be just a simple apology. But someone did not know when they divorced, it had something to do with their kids. So maybe the past divorce would be significant. The Empress is showing up, and an Empress is she's a good mom. She got a good mom. An Empress is all 4 queens wrapped up in one. There's something the Empress doesn't know. There's things going on behind your back. So if you resonate with the Empress card, you're all 4 queens wrapped in one. You went through a lot of crap. There's behind the scenes things that are going on. Oh, you're getting an offer of love, but it's a knight. See, you're an Empress, and this knight is coming in to give you a little cup of love. It's not gonna work. You're gonna giggle, but I don't see you entertaining that. It's just karma. It's coming back around. Something that's coming back around. I don't foresee you entertaining that at all. You're actually in the middle of creating something. Maybe you're having a new beginning. Yeah, you're not going to struggle over this. And the person that is trying to come in to give you this little cup of love, because a knight is immature. They got a long way to go before they can ever be at an Empress level. But hey, you can't hate them for trying. They are going to come in with some bad news as well, or once they receive the bad news, their soul will be able to rest, okay? It is going to put them in their feelings, but then they will be able to let you go. So it's like someone who never really grew up keeps coming back in because they keep thinking about it. You're the one that got away. But anyways, once they come in for that little cup of love, be nice, let them down gently, because they're only coming in so that their soul can get closure. Okay? The contract's over. They can finally release you. Moving on. Ooh, someone's getting married. Or someone's entering in a new contract. I feel like someone's married and they're in regret because why? They left someone behind. This is the 9 of Pentacles. This girl is by herself. She is self-sufficient. She got her shit together. The 9 of Pentacles to me, if you're in the 9 of Pentacles energy, you got your shit together. You're planting your seeds. One more pentacle, you'd have it all, right? You didn't hit rock bottom. You're not going to either. But secrets are all coming out about you, and someone's in regret. Maybe they wanted to marry you. Maybe they had 2 options. At the end of the day, you're out here growing and doing your own thing, minding your own business. And this person's in regret right now, and all the secrets are coming out. You might be at the 9 of Pentacles, but once the secret comes out, guess what? You have it all. You are the wish fulfillment. You are going to have it all, and you are going to have the 10 of Pentacles. And then the cycle completes. So it's like, that's awesome, actually. And then justice will be served and balance will be restored. Dang. Well, that was weak. Hold on. There we go. Gotta love that. So justice and balance is being restored. Moving on. What else do we need to know? Someone might be getting, watch out for text messages and emails. Oh my God, somebody is really trying to let something go. Excuse me. Anyways, watch out for text messages and emails because someone is destined and fated to start a new beginning. And they might try to text or email. Try to do it by written communication. I feel like when they try to do this, they're still hiding something. Yeah, you're being told don't really put too much work and effort into it. Just be truthful and honest with yourself and with that person. But some communication, watch out for communications this week. Someone is destined and fated to start a new beginning. Maybe if you are this Queen of Swords are usually I call them my spiritual warriors. But if you're an air sign, maybe you quit your job or you're not putting work into effort into something. And I'm kind of feeling like you let everything go. Like you are a brand new person. So now that you let everything go, you don't have to do anything anymore. You're starting brand new. time to fly, honey, fly. Yeah, you're not even gonna tell anybody about it. You're just doing you. You're starting your new beginning. You're following your path. I do feel like you're working. God is sending you in somewhere, but you're not telling anybody about it, and that's fine. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse, so you or someone you know is withholding from you, they're holding back. Maybe they're not stable, maybe they're not doing well. They could be sick or mentally ill. But the King of Pentacles in reverse is someone who could be an earth sign, but it doesn't have to be. It's just somebody who is selfish. They're kind of like hoarders. They're not fair with money. Usually abusive in power, but more greedy in the sense, because everything to them is about money. So they're the tight asses, right? They're the ones that they ain't gonna share $5 with you because of whatever they make up in their head. They're selfish. They think about themselves before they think about anybody else. They're withholding something anyways. I'm getting that a lot of people are seeing you for who you truly are, or maybe you have someone around you that you finally see them. Like you finally took the rose-colored glasses off and you're like, this person, oh wow. And now you stop talking to them. Maybe if you're this Queen of Swords, you're not going to tell anybody, but maybe you might have two options between someone who's not giving and someone who's willing to give you everything. And that's upright, is balanced, emotionally mature, loving and kind. It could be that. You're not going to tell anybody about it. But going back to this guy, it's almost like you want to be this guy, but you kind of don't know how. And that has a lot to do with your heart chakra. Anyways, the King of Cups is someone who is loving and kind. They're fair, they're balanced. They have their emotions balanced. They're emotionally stable. So the two of you, maybe the two of you might be talking. Or maybe the two of you, I do feel like the two of you might have a face-to-face talk. Only one of you are going to be celebrating though. King of Cups, this is water sign energy, doesn't have to be. You are about to have a talk, a face-to-face talk, and this is going to be like a soulmate or a divine union, and it's going to lead to celebrating. It's a perfect match, by the way. It is definitely, I don't feel that it's twin flame. I feel like it's soulmate energy. You want to celebrate. But you're not, you are going to celebrate, but this time it's going to be different. You're not, there's no money attached to it. It's just pure feelings and that's it. Why? Because you didn't give this person a stable offer in the past, so it's like, you're going to come back around and be like, you know what, I want to do this right. So you're leaving money out of the table, off the table this time around. And it also could go this way. Hey, if you are this King of Pentacles and you knew you were selfish, but you're finally getting in your feelings and you're in love, you do know who your soulmate or twin flame is. You're being guided. Once you have that talk, you're going to celebrate. But you need to talk about why you didn't offer money or stability, why you're not stable. And the both of you could be doing that. Or maybe the both of you talking about these males, it's masculine energies, why you're not in a stable situation. Maybe you're finally realizing, hey, you know what? I'm not in a stable situation, but I can be if I just go over there. And then once you do, and you have this face-to-face talk, you're going to celebrate it. Could be just a change in perception. You didn't feel stable enough before, but maybe there's a series of events. And I do feel like that for the cardinal signs and for some of the fixed signs, that there's going to be a series of events this week that might trigger and you're gonna have a change in perspective. It's almost like it was destined and fated for you to wake up to something. Anyways, moving on. Ooh, someone's going to wake up and travel. They're going to get their wish fulfillment. They're not even going to think about it. No thought into it. You know what? I know what I want. I know where my wish fulfillment is. I'm going to get it. That's fast action. He knows what he is doing. Knight of Swords energy, wish fulfillment. He's going to get it. That's Mercury and Mars energy right there. Air sign energy, but doesn't have to be. Just a man that knows what he wants. Why? Because he didn't put any work and effort into it. He was kind of hoarding on to something. Could be money. Could be his past. Seven of Pentacles was basically like, I sat on something. If you don't move, it's a missed opportunity, and he knows it because he's about to be left out in the cold, or maybe he feels left out in the cold. And now he's traveling in to clear the air and to clear his name. Yes, you will get a wish fulfillment. If that is something you're wanting to do, it will happen. But there is something you do not know. That this would be a really good change for you. That if you traveled towards your wish fulfillment, if you do not and you don't do anything, yes, you will be left out in the cold. You do need to clear the air, your name. And yes, this would be an amazing change for you. Very good change. You'll probably feel more in alignment too. The divine knows that somebody is not talking. Could be twin flame energy, could be soulmate, but someone is withholding communication. Someone's not talking to either like a divine union. A lot of it had to deal with because someone was holding on to the past. And when the universe and the divine was trying to give this person, hey, I just gave you your wish fulfillment, but this person was so concerned about the past, what they lost. So right now, a lot of people might not be talking to, if you were this person, you kept looking back at the past, you might not be talking to anybody about it, but the divine is trying to guide you into something. I'm also getting, hey, be careful because some of your social medias are being checked into. Like someone's not talking to you, but they are stalking you. They are watching you. Why? Because they're reminiscing. They know what they lost. They know they fucked up. And they are brokenhearted about it. This is Three of Swords energy. This dream, they stabbed their own selves with this freaking swords. They broke their own damn heart. And they're waking up to that. All because they just wanted to protect them. They were in self-defense mode. Oh, they wanted to protect themselves. And they broke their own hearts. Why? Because they didn't want to talk to you because they wanted to control and manipulate the situation. So they broke their own heart, and they see that very clearly. They are in regret about it. They are reminiscing about it at this time. I will say this, we have the devil coming in, and he can clearly see that someone does not have a happy family. Somebody's family is not happy with this person if they did do that. Because why? It was a third-party situation going on. This goes back to karmic family, karmic moms that I was talking about earlier. It's a repeating cycle. Something's not over. A third party knows it is a repeating cycle. And he's kind of tired of dealing with it. He told the truth. And this person was able to tell and see the truth. King of Swords energy. King of Swords energy could be air sign, but it doesn't have to be. I call this my spiritual warrior. A third party came in and had a conversation with somebody, and the truth came out. Hey, it's a repeating cycle. Something's not over. And he did tell the truth. Maybe this third party came in to repeat a cycle with the King of Swords. And guess what? The King of Swords finally told the truth. I don't want to work with you no more. The answer is no. I'm getting a heavy no answer. Good job. If you are this King of Swords, you're breaking a karmic contract. Good job. Pay attention to patterns and break them. Clear that energy. No, I don't want to work with you. And the moment, if you are this King of Swords, in the moment you say, no, I don't want to work with you, the universe is going to help you and throw in some help. You're going to receive some help from the universe. Why? Because you finally released yourself from the Nine of Swords energy. You also need to release yourself from the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So if you are, a lot of you masculines out there, or divine masculines, you're finally standing in your truth. Maybe you finally see the people around you are bullshit. And they maybe were taking advantage of you, taking your time and energy away. Anyways, this girl could be your mom, could be somebody you know. It doesn't have to be your mom. It could be a sister. It could be anybody, but typically it's an earth sign energy, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just a woman that is withholding. It's the same as the King of Pentacles in reverse, only female version. So she ain't giving. She could have a mental illness. She might be just sick. At the end of the day, she ain't giving you shit. And you are being told, I need to release myself. She's very selfish, probably manipulative. Anyways, you need to release yourself from her as well. And then God is saying to my earth angels out there, Queen of Cups energy, God wants you to know that you have a King of Wands energy on or around you. Could be fire sign, but some of your earth angels, if you've been dealing with a fire sign energy, or you have a King of Wands around you, they're usually very, well, at least he's in his upright position, but they're typically a fire sign, but they don't have to be, but they're usually very creative. You might have someone very creative around you, but he's not being creative. He's not putting matters into his own hands. Because of you, this person now has clarity, okay? This person has clarity that, hey, you are a good person, and you know what? Maybe this person had to get something from you, but whatever it is, God wanted these earth angels to know, Queen of Cups energy, hey, because of you, this person, even though he didn't put matters into his own hands, he now has clarity. Contracts fulfilled. The truth came out. He didn't want to sever ties. And he is going to do some inner work. He didn't want to sever ties because he knew he made a bad choice. And that King of Wands, if you are this King of Wands energy, maybe you're coming to the realization, you know what? Maybe you screwed someone over. You made a bad choice. You're getting negative karma. But what you don't see coming is you don't need to look deeper anymore. It's over. Forgive yourself and forgive, what do they say? Forgive all the debtors, and the debtors will all. Anyways, at the end of the day, forgive yourself and forgive others that were all involved in this. And definitely forgive yourself, because you only knew with what you could do at that time. But it's over. It's the death of the situation. You're not going to reconcile the situation. You don't need to. But by forgiving, you're going to finally get some happiness. You are extremely happy. And yes, you're aware. Maybe you took more than you gave. You took something. It was a fight that should have never have happened. Yeah. Seeking forgiveness. Forgiving someone for a wrongdoing. And then once you forgive and release it, you might freak out a little bit because you were holding on to it so tightly. I don't know why. You wanted control. It's time for you, a lot of you. I'm getting a lot of you fire sign males. It's time for you to release your past. You're going to have some kind of growing up to do. Whatever it is that you were holding on to, you are going to release it and you're going to grow from it. It's a soul growth. It is going to be depressing, but you're not going to be able to move forward until you do. And yes, you will lose money. Someone, if you are this emperor, moving on, the emperor is in the house. Guess what? The Emperor wants somebody to know. Now, an Emperor can be anybody. Typically, they're older males. Could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. They're usually older males, and they do the right thing for everyone involved. They're just like the same version of an Empress, right? In order to be right now, she came out first. She has no idea what the Emperor is doing. But if these two got together, that's a perfect match. They would rule. They'll rule the world. Anyways, somebody needs to know that the Emperor did not do anything wrong. And he isn't going to. If you are this Queen of Wands and you're a younger female and you have an Emperor coming in, he's not going to do anything wrong. He's not going to cause an injustice to you. He's literally coming in to, like, I'm getting help. He didn't want to do anything bad for you, but he's coming in for you. If you're this Queen of Wands energy, you're just beautiful, sexy, and you're creative, you manifested this. And yes, you're going to have a hard time with this because, yes. All right. It's kind of like what I'm kind of going through right now in my life. It's like you finally get your wish fulfillment on something, but it's almost too good to be true, so you don't really know how to feel about it. And it's like, okay, I finally got what I wanted, but you're too scared to enjoy it because you lived in survival mode for so long. So this guy is going to come in, and he's an Emperor. And he's not coming in to hurt you or harm you. I do feel like he's going to help you. But you're not going to want to move. You're going to be very skeptical. You're not going to want him moving in right away. You don't want to move forward right away. But he's coming in to help you so that you can move forward. Because you're either going to learn something from this person or he's helping you. You are going to be very creative, but because you're not moving forward, maybe you don't want to move forward, but this person's going to come in and change your whole perspective. It's actually a really good thing. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be in business. Anything else we need to know before I move on? Anything else? Just that right now what we're seeing is just basically a lot of karma. What you put out, you're gonna get, what you put out always comes back, no matter how you look at it. Let's get rid of something. Let's get a declare and decree card. That's way too many. That's way too many. Someone's blocking someone's creativity, and that needs to stop. Anyways, let's just get one card. We got one. Here you go. Here is the card. You are more powerful than your enemy wanted you to know. Huh. That's the first time I've ever seen this one. Sorry. You are more powerful than your enemy ever wanted you to know. You can write, I declare and decree, pull cards, and write what is shown. You are chosen to be a spiritual warrior, and you won. Guess we're not getting rid of anything. That was a specific message. You won the spiritual warfare. All right. What do we need to know to move forward today? Somebody cut ties. Ooh, a lot of you males will be cutting ties this week because there was something you didn't know. It might have something to do with religion too. Like you're walking away from some religion or cult or family or like a group of people is what I'm getting. Yeah, and once you do it, you're going to be very optimistic. You are, a lot of you males this week are completing cycles. I'm also getting for the males, you need to say no. You're not going to be lonely, but you need to say no to someone who is very greedy around you. Someone's using you for money, and it's time for you to say no. Oh, it was all part of the contract. Someone didn't want to fall, so they made a contract agreement. Well, guess what? Now everything's turning upside down, and now you're going to fall. What goes around comes around, and you're going to be confused. I made this deal. This wasn't supposed to happen. And everything gets turned upside down. Well, guess what? It was all part of the contract. It was a trap so that you would learn a lesson. It's almost like somebody was gambling with their family. I don't know. Bears could be significant. Usually bears means something about the home. Someone is going to jump into an opportunity. Definitely follow your intuition this week. Some of you might be going through a spiritual awakening. Definitely wish fulfillments and gifts are coming in, and something about a key to a house. Your questions will be answered, but they're going to slowly reveal itself. I will say this. Someone is worried about someone speaking some sort of truth. Like somebody wants to travel and speak some sort of truth, and this person is doing everything they can to make sure this person doesn't speak their truth and doesn't travel, and it's actually driving them crazy. Why are they afraid that they are really scared that the truth is going to come out? Yeah. And the person that's going to speak the truth is brokenhearted over this. But once he speaks the truth, the storm will be over. And you will get your wish fulfillment. It's like some sort of contract. Contracts are ending. I feel like someone's gonna move, hand over the keys to their house because they want to move in a more stable direction. Because where they're at is not fertile. But when they go into that new direction or get that new house, you need to nurture it and water it, and it's gonna be very prosperous and it's gonna grow. Someone was playing games and they're being haunted by their own consequences and actions. Of course. Yeah. Someone did not know that they fell into someone else's trap. It was a repeating cycle. The universe wants some of you guys might be called to just get some rest. It was part of your contract. I know I've been in that mode of just resting. Some of you might not be moving into your new week this week. It's not your new beginning yet, only because it's like you got one more thing you gotta do. The seed was already planted, it's halfway grown anyways. But there's something you didn't know, and once you get that piece of the puzzle, boom, you're gonna move forward. You're gonna get that house. Yeah, you gotta cut ties and end something. So expect major endings this week. That all coincide together. That's all I have for everybody. So I'm gonna cut this short. I got some things I gotta do today, but let's end this beautiful reading with a Katie Moonstone Oracle Story card. No, we just need one, not two. Something about somebody's obsession. I don't know. Also, somebody needs to know your storm is over. Now you're going into it. Like maybe the last, let's say, so many years were nothing but a big storm. Now you're entering an era of, let's say, there's karma and then now dharma. You know what I mean? Come on, give us a card. All right, we get two. The number 2 must be significant. We have the 144s, rise, and then the awakening card. We'll do the 144s, rise. There are so many names people use to call themselves. Whatever that name may be, some of them have a call to answer that was given to them by the Most High to help raise the collective consciousness. These are the chosen ones. You have a better chance of being a chosen one than winning the lottery. The energy frequency of the 144s is unconditional love. It is a frequency we align ourselves with to the natural rhythm of the cosmos. This brings in balance and harmony between us as physical beings. Oh my God. Jesus. All right. Brings balance and harmony between us and physical beings, the universe, and the divine, fostering in unity, consciousness, and bringing heaven down to earth. We are all here to broadcast love and peace to all beings that need it the most, and to raise the vibration of all living life. The time has come to change the game. Rise above and transmute the negative energy. And when you come from a heart space and raise your vibration by tuning into the frequency of unconditional love, it will not only help heal, but it will promote a better well-being, creating a sense of peace, clarity, and harmony and balance to you and to all. Someone's gonna get a message, a big message. Anyways. When you are in full alignment with all that is, you gain a deeper understanding of the divine, the universe, and your place within it. Open up your heart space and open up to the beauty of the existence, and understand that there is a larger picture, both spiritually and physically. It's time to rise. Rise that vibration. That was sad. There you go. And now we have awakening. Some of you might be going through a spiritual awakening or like an ego death at this time. A spiritual awakening is the process of shifting your consciousness through a profound spiritual realization. It is a moment in time when you come into contact with reality. Shifting existential truth. I can't say that word, sorry. You realize the truth that you are not your body, and your sense of self is shattered in that very instant. The one more wakes up, the more truth and divinity comes through. Many things trigger a spiritual awakening. This card was pulled because either you or someone you know is going through a spiritual awakening. This is triggered through major life-changing events. There is no rhyme or reason for why a spiritual awakening strikes. Sometimes it can be just a random occurrence in your life that just happens. There are many stages one goes through at this time. This is the most profound thing that will ever happen to anyone, yet one of the most painful things one experiences. If you are not prepared for this, it will come as a shock, just like a picture. It comes like a tidal wave. Suddenly, and it was orchestrated between you and God alone. By understanding the different types of awakening, the symptoms of them, and the stages, you can try to be a little more prepared for the wild ride of a spiritual awakening. Nurture yourself and do not fight the healing process that occurs within it. Best of luck on your awakening journey. It may be painful, but it will be worth it. Just ride it out. Many are counting on you. Patience and compassion are needed at this time. Those of you that already, let's say, went through a spiritual awakening, like a major one, I just need to say, remember, you're not here to actually wake people up. You're not here to force anybody to wake up. You're just here to go through your experiences, and when people are ready to hear you, they will come. Until then, just keep being you. Shine your brightly. Shine your light brightly. Oh my goodness. I'll be happy when this retrograde is over. Just shine it brightly so that people can see who you are. How about that? All right, we're going to end this beautiful reading. You guys take care this week. Drink plenty of water because the energies are going to be up and down. Anyways, thanks, and until we meet again.